exercises. Okay, you can see right now I'm on my website. Sometimes you get a link to the PearDeck assignment on Google Classroom. Other times you've got to join. And to do that, you type in joinpd.com, joinpeardeck.com. And after you type that in, you do got to put in a code. Every period has its own code, and this is how it keeps track for me as to who did the assignment. So right now, this code is for me to show you how to complete this assignment. Now, if you look down at the bottom, you can see that we have 14 slides here. That includes the cover slide. And so we click the arrow till we go to the next one. Now, this is our first 7. The next 7 slides are, I want you to draw the boundary of the continent and then type in the name of the continent in a text box. Now, I want you to read these directions yourself. You've got to follow them. I'm not going to say it all out loud right now. You've got to read it to follow it. Now, to put in the boundaries of a continent, here we have an eraser, we have a text box, we have a straight line, we have a highlighter, and a pencil. We're going to use a pencil. And when you click on slicer, see how it's pretty big right now. In fact, that's too big to use, because if I try to do it, that's too much. So I'm going to go to eraser, and I'm going to erase all of this I put in, because that's way too thick. Okay, so I'm going to go back to pencil and to sizer. I'm not going to make it the smallest because that's too thin. I'm going to pull it up just a little bit, and also I'm going to change color. I'm going to do the first one in orange. Okay, now I'm going to circle the boundaries of North America. I want you to be as accurate as you can when you do it. That will be part of your final grade. Be sure to include Greenland. Now I'm doing this by touching the mouse pad once, holding onto it the entire time. Okay, very good. That's pretty good. So now the next thing is to put in the name of the continent. The grammar has to be correct, so spelling, space, everything. So I'm going to click text box here. Then I'm going to put the name of North America right in there. So I'm going to click and type in North America. Then click on the outside, and that looks pretty good. So that's this slide. Now to go on to the next slide, click down here on the arrow, and we're going on to the next blank slide. Now this time, I'm going to click pencil, but I'm not going to change sizer because it keeps the same size I used last time, which is like what I'd like for you to do. But I am going to choose a different color every time I do a different continent. This time I'm going to do blue. And I am doing here South America. So I'm going to hold down the mouse. I'm going to be as accurate as I can, going through the entire continent of South America. Not too bad. Now I'm going to add South America, the name of the continent, in a text box. So I'm going to put it in around here. South America, good. Now I'm going to move it around so the A is easier to see. Here's how I'm going to move it. I'm going to go to the text box till I see the 4 arrows. I'm going to hold down the mouse and slide it. That way I put the line in between the 2 words. Click on the outside. This looks perfect. So we're on slide 3. So to go on to the next slide, just click, and this takes you to Europe. So now you can do all these other slides, and I'm going to keep clicking until we get to, there's Australia, Antarctica. Here is where I want you to put in the names of the bodies of water. This you put in a text box. Here we have, I'm going to click on text box. I want this text to be in red so it draws out when I'm grading it. So I'm going to click over here and type in Pacific Ocean. And click on the outside. I'm going to move this down so ocean goes underneath. Yeah, like that. Good. Okay. Now remember, the Pacific Ocean's over here as well, so I'm going to stay in the text box. I'm going to click right here and type in Pacific Ocean. This time it's the end of the slide, so it goes on to the next line perfectly. Okay, that looks good. So I want you to do this on all the bodies of water. So I'm going to click the next slide, which is Atlantic Ocean, then Indian Ocean, then Arctic Ocean, then Gulf of Mexico, then Mediterranean Sea. There is no more slides. You see you can't click the next one. So down here at the bottom, click this pen, because this means that you completed the assignment. That's all you have to do. So this is our first time with PearDeck. I hope you enjoy this. It's a pretty neat, fun activity to do. So if you have any questions, please email me. Thanks.